Looking for love during the pandemic has affected the way singles are dating and presented new difficulties when looking for love. And since it is colder outside, the idea of snuggling up to a mate may sound like a good idea. And there is a term for it. It's called cuffing season. Here with more insight on cuffing are elite matchmakers Destin Pfaff and Rachel Federoff. Thanks for joining us. First of all, you need to explain cuffing season to those who don't know.
Well, cuffing season is basically when you're lonely and you just want someone to be with, and so you latch onto the first available person you can and essentially use them for your own devious, malicious needs, and then get rid of them when you're done.
Oh my goodness, that sounds so selfish. Why do people want to cuff up during the fall and winter season? Because I understand there's also some science to it.
Well, everyone is a little melancholy during the holiday season. There's loneliness, and when there isn't a pandemic, you're going to holiday parties, you're seeing family, you want to have someone special to do all those things with you. And so what better way to do it than cuff up with someone just for the holidays and then dump them when it's over?
But you think about it, you see all these people together and you want that. Even if you're a serial dater, you have that moment of like, oh, I want that. Well, so you take it and then you get rid of it.
Yeah, and I guess right now, you're not really supposed to be getting with new people, and you're supposed to really keep it to your small circle. So it would make sense if you find that one you can be with. And I guess cuffing season starts around the fall, October, usually ends around, Valentine's Day? And now that we're in a pandemic, how is this going to work?
Well, with pandemic, something we've never experienced before, that's added a whole new layer to cuffing. So people are even more, they're lonely. We're all trapped in our homes. And so, you may not be just out at parties like Rachel was mentioning, finding someone, but you're online and you're meeting people that way. And then you just latch on to the first person that's nice to you and the first person that's going to give you some warmth and comfort. And then it just keeps going. Goes to the holidays, and then Valentine's Day, you realize, this isn't working out. I shouldn't have hooked up with this person. So you get rid of them.
Wow. And I mean, you guys are experienced, you match people together. Now, who is this going to be good for? You're saying it's like serial daters. So people that are used to being single, but all of a sudden they're like, hey, I want that special someone, but just for a little while.
Well, cuffing isn't good for anybody. It really isn't. It's not something that, you should be doing or strive for. It's better to be alone and happy than to shack up with someone, temporarily use them and throw them away. It's not fun. No one wants to feel like that.
There's one exception to the rule, though. If you go in fully knowing that you're cuffing, and the person you're going to cuff with fully knows they're going in and they're cuffing, and you guys are utilizing each other for a purpose that you're both aware of, whether it's physical or mental or emotional fun, then
yeah, if it's a mutual understanding, okay, that's fine. But if someone doesn't know what's going on and they think that this is a real serious relationship, then feelings are going to get hurt.
It's just cruel.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being hurtful and no fun. So how can someone who really does want a long-lasting, meaningful relationship avoid being pressured to cuffing?
Well, being alone is not a bad thing. Okay, yes, being with someone is more fun than watching Netflix alone or going for a walk alone. And it's be good with yourself. Love yourself. Be happy being with you. When you're happy being with you, the right one will come. If you need help from a matchmaker, if you're doing online dating, you're being proactive, that's great. But the worst thing you can do is date out of desperation.
So how can people stay distracted and not fall into the whole cuffing? Like, I'm lonely, I just want, the next thing that comes along. How do they keep from doing that? And if they are single and ready to mingle, how do they go all in?
Well, you need to, like Justin said, you need to do a lot of self-care, especially in the time that we're in right now with this pandemic. Keeping yourself busy, staying in touch with family and friends, if you online, things like that. Looking for hobbies, and you can still date, you can still go online, you can still contact people like ourselves, matchmakers to help you out. And just remember to do it the right way. Don't do it out of desperation. Don't do it out of loneliness. Don't do it because it's the holidays. Do it because you genuinely, openly want love.
And you can be, again, proactive with your dating life. If you have an online profile, make it the best online profile you can do it. We all have great smartphones. We all have really good cameras. Take some really good pictures of yourself. Put those on your online profile. Just invest the time in getting to meet people, whether it's digitally for safety or in real life for other people, and one foot in front of the other. Just take it slow.
Baby steps.
I want to ask you this. Has dating slowed down or has it picked up during the pandemic?
Dating, we've been really busy. Dating is still happening, very much so. There's different levels of it. There's people that are just doing it virtually online, and then there's people that are masking up and going out, and then there's people that just don't care, take off the masks, and are, full on. So it's going strong.
In the beginning of the pandemic, everybody was a little afraid of it. And now it's gone on long enough where people really want love. People really want to get out there
They're
again.
just going for it.
Yeah, they're over it.
And and they're getting used to this kind of lifestyle that we're living right now.
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for shedding some light on cuffing season and dating advice in general. We really appreciate that. You can get more advice from this husband and wife duo at loveandmatchmaking.com.